All right, and we are back at it again with another one. You guys, give me a second to bring up StreamYard. Hope you guys are having a great night. Get up and going, y'all. Let's get it popping. Look, you see the title. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I got another one, man. Look, Cosmic Verse over here cooking, man. You know what I mean? He's been on fire lately with these videos. Hey, look, over here's got one talking about these women are still looking for men to approach them in 2024 and beyond. Talk about the definition of insanity. You guys smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You know you want to join the tribe. Drop a comment during a live stream. Let's chop it up. I'll make sure I post it during a live stream. And if you don't catch the live stream, for the replay gang, you guys drop a comment. Timestamp if possible. With no further ado, let's get right into it.
Let me tell you what I have noticed. I've noticed that when I go out, men don't approach me.
When ugly men shoot their shot at me, it really lowers my self-esteem.
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me.
I accidentally got railed by an 18-year-old the other day, but it wasn't my fault.
Why does a man stare at you but never...
Men aren't willing to risk their freedom by approaching. They'd rather stay single.
So why do they keep talking about we're staring at them? We could be just looking in their direction or just, you know, observing a person that we see. And they just assume that we want them. I'm telling you, gentlemen, it's going to be a cold, cold winter. Smash that like button. Let's go.
I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men.
Obviously, as a woman would like the men to approach me, but nowadays it hasn't been happening. Feels like the roles have been switched.
I'm seeing men tell men everywhere, just focus on...
Men are telling men to better themselves. Trying to date today is pointless. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
Okay, so last night I was talking to my friend and I was telling her about how I'm gonna trap a man because I'm almost 38. And I'm like, this is how I'm gonna do it, is I'm gonna have no standards whatsoever. And she took this long pause and she like looked off and then she looked back at me and she was like, Lindsay, you still had standards?
Every day I wake up and I'm like, I just don't want to be a strong, independent woman anymore. Then I remember, I just can't keep my fucking mouth shut.
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has me questioning myself. Like, am I not as attractive as I thought I am? Am I looking old? Yes. Am I intimidating? Like, yes. What is it? So now I'm starting to realize that since men don't come up to me, I have to be the one to go up to them. Absolutely. And that makes me super nervous because it's like, how do I know I'm not going to get rejected if you didn't come up to me in the first place and then I make the decision to go up to you? How do I know I won't face rejection?
You don't.
So can I get some tips and tricks, some advice on how to approach a man that I think is cute? Because I have no idea how to. Like, I'm scared and I feel like I can only approach men if I'm drunk, which is not often.
We're tired of getting rejected by girls on our level or even below. We just go play our PlayStations and call it a day. We're used to getting attitudes or ignored, so we gave up that part of the game. I only got approached by men when I was in my 20s. Now that I'm in my 30s, I just get like glances and smiles while I'm out. But men online try to hit on me more, which I find very weird. I've noticed the older we get, the less it happens. It's all good. Youthful glow is gone. That's my assumption. I only get approached by old uncles. People my age just stare. It's really just about being careful. Men aren't necessarily afraid or intimidated. They just see more risk than reward. This is why some men hold back, choosing to be cautious instead of diving right in. If women started making the first move more often, it could change things for the better.
Absolutely.
It would show men that women are just as interested and willing to take initiative, even though some women might not like the idea.
Let 'em cook.
But those types of women are just attached to their egos. They'd rather whisper in their beds, "Where are all the men at?" instead of going outside to find one.
If you are pursuing women who love Jesus, they are not going to laugh in your face. They're not going to reject you in a way where they're like, okay, why are you asking me out? And I feel like that's the fear that men have is like, and like, don't let me speak for men, you know, but this is a theory,
But
is
you
the
are.
rejection, because that's a big thing to carry. Like,
Hi, y'all. I have a question. So, like, I know I'm not ugly.
coping
Like,
hard.
I know, like, and that's just real. I know I'm a cute little piece of, I'm cute. But, like, when I tell you, nobody asks me on dates, nobody DMs me, and y'all probably be like, well, nobody you probably like. Like, no, girl. All across the board, it be mute, quiet. In my messages, nobody's ever like, I like you, I'm attracted to you, let me take you.
Is this some new information here for the Brotherhood? Is she saying that they're not getting DMs full of simping betas? This is new information. So the simping has stopped as well. Or is she lying? You know, we got to analyze this information, y'all.
Out. Nobody. And I'm starting to think, like, am I intimidating? Or are people like, do people actually think like, oh, she's too good for me, she got her life together?
No.
Because no shade, if y'all thinking that, are you fucking kidding me, y'all? No. I want hoes. I want a roster. And I don't have that.
It's crazy how she assumed men are intimidated by...
Gentlemen, we got them. And there it is. You see what she just said? She wants hoes. How in the world? You know what I'm saying? How in the world can a slut, you know what I mean? I'm just going to call it, she told me she got a roster. How in the world can a slut try to say that her men are hoes? They're slut makers, but they're not hoes.
By her, just because no man asked her on dates. Maybe those men just aren't interested. Is it really that shocking to them when they don't get the attention they think they deserve? For so long, society has put women on a pedestal where they are constantly praised and validated, especially when they're young and attractive. So when the attention starts fading or men don't show interest, it's almost unthinkable to some women that the issue might not be the men, but them.
When women say stuff like that, that's how you know the penis envy is real. They want to replace you. And they be like, oh yeah, I got my hoes, and oh, you like women too? Oh, well, we really don't get along. No, I'm talking about dudes. What? You talking about the dudes finishing in your mouth, your coochie, or your ass? Or somewhere in your body? You mean the guys that are entering you? Oh, they're the hoes. Oh, okay. This is some reverse psychology kind of weirdo multiverse shit. You know what I'm saying? Where woman is God, and whatever she says goes, and don't ask any questions. Makes no sense, man. Yes, it's witchcraft, I'm telling you. I know you guys are like, oh, there he goes again. I know, but it's witchcraft, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying to save your soul.
It's easier to claim that men are intimidated instead of acknowledging that men are just focusing on themselves.
Okay, men, let's talk. I got more questions. If we've met—
oh shit, boy, this girl, look, this must be like a country girl, I told you. These snowbanks be getting thick nowadays, man. In the right places.
matched on a dating site and I see you in person, I'm gonna come up and talk to you. Is that cool? Blondes or redheads? Biggest turn off?
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me. Like, the audacity, like, stay in your lane.
The audacity?
Stay in your lane.
These are the kinds of women who aim for men outside their dating pool because they believe they're more attractive than they really are. In reality, they're just average looking. As you can see, If you strip away the fake eyelashes and layers of makeup, you'd see their true selves. They walk around with this inflated sense of ego, acting like they're God's gift
This woman has a whole
to
clown.
men.
Hang on. This is a whole clown mask. With the foundation and the contouring and all this. This is a whole mask. They put a little fake blush on their leader, and then they put it on their nose too. This is a whole mask. On top of that, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, this could be a wig, maybe it's not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She might not be a wig where she looks kind of racially ambiguous. I don't know what she is. But this mask is on, and then there's a filter on top of that. The humanity.
What's even more ironic is that the high-caliber men they're chasing aren't interested in them at all. Do these women ever stop to consider that maybe they're not as stunning as they think? It's wild.
It's the audacity. They don't see 80% of men, and then they say, oh, you men, and this is what they do. They project this on all men. Oh, you men want us to approach you, you sassy. No, a very small percentage of men are saying you need to approach us. Most men are just walking away altogether. But you don't even see 80% of them. And what did this woman just say? I've said it before. They not only don't see y'all, but if you approach them, they get disgusted. They get disgusted. One of them chicks said something like it makes her depressed. She starts having insecurity issues. It's crazy, man. It's wild. I ain't never, any woman, no matter what she looks like, could never make me depressed by approaching me. That's insane.
That they don't realize this. And honestly, if a woman is faking her identity with makeup and filters, she shouldn't be judging a man solely based on his looks.
There it is.
It just doesn't add up.
This man came up to me on the subway to ask for my phone number.
Well, it looks like there still are some guys approaching women.
He should have just asked for $1 at that point. He would have gained more from that conversation than that.
Oh dear, it doesn't sound.
Let's take a second to salute you scavengers out there, man. You know, you see us trying to do something, and you raggedy, stinking ass, y'all still out here catcalling. You're still out here approaching. You get what you deserve. There's going to be a name for y'all when this movement's over with. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come up with a name for you turncoats.
Sound like it went very well, does it?
He had the audacity to be like, wait, hold up. Do you have a boyfriend? Because I don't talk to girls in relationships.
Wait, that's a bad thing that he asked? How so?
I don't talk to men who aren't competitive, okay? If you can't fight, just say that.
Wow. And here I thought it just sounded like the guy was being respectful.
Stop trying to act like you're a good person. You're not a good person. You're approaching a woman alone on the subway. You're a terrible human being.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Why not be like, what's your boyfriend's address? Let me kill him with my bare hands and then take you out for dinner. Romance. Learn it.
Well, doesn't that sound like the beginnings of a very healthy relationship?
Men don't know how to talk to women nowadays.
And a lot of women really don't seem to know what they want either. And they seem to have gotten their ideas of what romance actually is from a novel that they picked up at the grocery store.
This is why dudes don't want to date anymore. It's easier to be single. So glad I'm 55 and out of the dating pool. It's impossible to navigate this. Crazy.
Why does this type of guy seem to ignore women? I'm gonna tell you why in this video. Let's get into it. Number one, they know their value. They value their time and attention. And they're not going to use it to inflate a woman's ego. They're goal-driven. They are too busy chasing purpose to be chasing women. This type of guy does not need to be in a relationship. Trust me, he's good being alone. So he's not desperate to fill up the space with a woman. He's calculated. He's strategic. And he probably knows the woman that he's interested in. A lot of guys want her too. And are probably giving her a whole lot of attention. And he ain't going to be like everybody else. Which is going to make her wonder. This man does have a busy life. He has incredibly high standards for the women that he decides to pursue. So if he does decide to pursue you, he made a calculated decision to do so. Remember, just like she got options, he got options too. Because he's confident and he's secure in himself. He doesn't need the validation of a woman's interests. He knows his value and he knows his worth.
Why are men under the impression that women do everything to try to seek their validation?
Because you do.
I don't care if you don't like my nose piercing.
Why are you making a video?
Or my cleft lip.
Why are you making a
video? Or my hair. or my body.
Dude, I really don't know what it is, but whenever I make eye contact with men, I look at them and I'm like, ew. Like, I get disgusted. Like, why are you so
Yeah, I
ugly?
think
Why are you
turncoats
looking
is
at
gonna be the
me?
name.
Why are you looking at me and then why are you so ugly? Or the other way around.
Women don't approach men because they do not want to be denied. That is what it is.
And they're approaching women and they're still getting turned down. With the majority of us walking away, they're still, because women want to be approached to shut you down for that ego boost. You could be their type and they're still going to shut you down. It gives them, you know what I'm saying, another, 9,000 power level, I guess, increase. I don't know. But whenever they shut you down, especially if you're attractive, oh my God, man, it does something to them. It does something to them. It's witchcraft. Look, I'm just saying, hear me out. It's witchcraft. It's sorcery. It's hoodoo voodoo, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Simple as that. Denial is a woman's worst nightmare. 30% of women have spoken for 100 of women and said, we don't want men to approach us. We are independent. Please don't approach us. Men are creepy. We choose the bear. I swear to God, women will cry a lot in 2030 and beyond. By that time, all men would have given up. Stay single, kings, because those looks will fade and age will creep up. Then she'll be on TikTok where the good men at. These women will post videos like this and wonder why men don't approach them.
So handsome. And they just go... They look so confused to the point where you're like, they obviously want nothing to do with me. That's okay. Won't do that again. And later you find out they liked you the whole time. So... What?
Red flags in girls. If she's over the age of like 25, but she's at a club multiple times a week, red flag. If she's gotten with your homies, red flag. If her Instagram page looks like she's in a new country every single week and you can tell it's definitely not for work, red flag. If you've been in a relationship with her for a long time and she refuses to post you online and kind of acts single, red flag. If they still keep in contact with guys that they've been intimate with or guys that they have dated, that is a red flag. If she's on a private jet every weekend to a new city or country, yeah, red flag. Like and comment for part 2. Bye.
Now, this is all true, but what's sad is seeing women in the comments calling this woman a pick-me just for stating facts. It shows you that some women...
She's not a pick-me. At best, she's a chameleon. She's over here pasting up the face. Now, I will tell you this. I don't see nothing crazy on her. I don't see no nose rings. I don't see any tats. She looks clean. Now, we don't approve of the makeup, but this is probably real hair. Now, I don't know what she is. Again, another one of these racially ambiguous. Maybe she's Turkish. I don't know what flavor of white she is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But what I'm telling you is, man, she qualifies as a pick-me, and we like pick-me's. Men like pick-me's. That's the dumbest thing that women could have ever come up with. You start pointing women out as pick-me's, you're letting men know, oh, that's a good one. We're not idiots. We don't give in to peer pressure. You're letting us know that she qualifies, and you're upset that you don't qualify on the level that she does. So if she's a pick-me, then what are you, Keisha? What are you? Yeah, what do you, the non-picked? I'll tell you what you are. You're the leftovers. You're the leftovers. And I want you to take that title and run with it. Because if you're not a pick-me, you're not getting picked, you're not chosen, you're leftovers. Okay? Okay?
Hate it when other women hold them accountable for their actions. Instead of reflecting on the truth being spoken, they resort to name-calling and shaming anyone who challenges them. It's like there's an unspoken rule that women are supposed to stick together, no matter what, even if it means ignoring reality or excusing toxic behaviors. It's sad.
Something that was taught to me since young is to never allow myself to fall into a victim mentality. And I think that that's the problem with a lot of women these days, is that you let yourselves fall into this victim mentality, and then that's where the no accountability comes from. That's where blaming men comes from. Because rather than looking inwards and seeing, okay, what did I learn from this? What can I do? What did I do wrong in the situation? You're choosing to be a victim. And that doesn't help anyone, especially not you.
Well, they blame men because they would hate to point their fingers on themselves.
Absolutely.
It's just easier for them to blame somebody else instead of looking at themselves and the things they...
I personally feel bad rejecting people on the spot.
Date the boring guy. If you tend to date guys who are emotionally unavailable and overlook guys who are steady and secure, this is for you. Your nervous system is used to intense chemistry that only leads to inconsistency, high anxiety, and ultimately distance. But here's what you might be missing. The boring guy isn't actually boring.
This is what, you know, I'm gonna rewind this back, you guys. Hang on, just so we can get a full, you know what I'm saying.
To come up and talk to you. Most of the time I give them my number, but I know from right off the bat that I'm not interested, and then I just let things kind of fizzle out. At some point they get the memo.
Just make sure you got a full
personally
message.
feel bad rejecting people on the spot.
Date the boring guy. If you tend to date guys...
And this is why I keep telling y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to snow bunnies, as they start to age a little bit worse than some other races, I'm keeping it real. That's from the neck up. It'll be from the neck up. The body will be like, you know, aging about the same age as any other race of woman. Now, I could be wrong, but, you know, the ones I've had and the ones I've seen that are, you know, getting older, you know, when you see them with the neck up, wherever the sun hits them at, whatever, you know what I mean, kind of shriveled up, you know, but then wherever the sun don't, you know.
Who are emotionally unavailable and overlook guys who are steady and secure, this is for you. Your nervous system is used to intense chemistry that only leads to inconsistency, high anxiety, and ultimately distance. But here's what you might be missing. The boring guy isn't actually boring. He's healthy, consistent, secure in himself, and safe. So the next time you think a guy is boring, consider that you're actually feeling a sense of safety that your brain wants to interpret as boring because it's not the chaos that you're used to. Now, if you're wondering, but what if he actually is boring? How do you tell the difference? Meet me in the caption.
And the girls are looking about 10 years younger than her face. You know what I'm saying? She's taking care of herself.
Yeah, well, actually, I would recommend these women to avoid dating the so-called boring guy because they might end up ruining him. Women who are used to chasing emotionally unavailable men often carry a lot of unresolved trauma and toxicity with them. They've been in a cycle of chaos where drama and instability are normal, and when they meet a genuine guy who's calm, steady, and emotionally available, they don't know how to handle it. Instead of appreciating the stability, they might find it boring or even suffocating, and they could end up projecting their past baggage onto him. That man should find a woman who operates on the same level as him, not a woman who's used to dating emotionally unavailable.
I've only had a couple fake pair, man. I don't like being surprised like that. But it was when I was a younger guy, and it wasn't as common. And then you'd be like, well, hold up, what do you have fake boobs for? An average woman doesn't need to have. And then you're just like, wow, what kind of woman is this? You know what I'm saying? You know, you'd be like, what do you need fake boobs for? It's gotta be only one reason you need them for. God, you got me. You got me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Men.
I hate when guys approach me. Why? Because I don't want to be bothered? Like, clearly, I'm doing something. Go away. Okay, so I guess you meet guys online then?
This person right here, can somebody, you know, make a video on her? She needs to be studied. She is a fence jumper. She'll make all these videos bashing men, and then she'll make this video where she's going at women that bash men. I don't, she's so confusing with her big head and small body. I'm so thrown off by her. Everything about her is distorted in a weird way, you know. And I can't. She's just, She seems like she's from another dimension or something, man. I mean, the way that she's like jumping from side to side is like, I don't know. I guess she likes everybody arguing in her comments. Some people feed off of that.
Ew, no, what kind of creep stalks my IG and DMs me? Oh, okay, so you approach the guys then. Oh, what? Why would I ever date a guy who didn't have the confidence to approach me? But you just said you hate when guys approach you. Yeah, only when I'm clearly doing something. Plus, those guys are always super awkward anyway. How is a guy supposed to know when you're clearly doing something? And yeah, of course he's going to be a little bit awkward. He's starting a conversation out of thin air with a girl who may or may not be attracted to him and may or may not be busy. I mean, just approach me at a bar or a club. That's when I tend to meet guys. You mean when you're drunk and impulsive? Yeah. How do those relationships tend to go?
Obviously, as a woman, would like the men to approach me, but nowadays it hasn't been happening. Feels like the roles have been switched. Men are expecting women to approach them and be the first.
Gotta investigate. We gotta investigate. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you know, this ain't the worst, you know, figure we've seen on here. I don't know what, you know, I don't know what the temperature is because everybody's dressed different here. You know, this woman, I don't know what's going on. She got a skirt on, a long sleeve shirt. It seemed like it's backwards or upside down or inside out or something weird. Topsy-turvy. I don't know, man. There's something just off with it, you know. And then the obvious, and you guys don't do this to me because I'm a good guy, but we got some big back, thick neck, big backs, and I'm just being real. So from a guy's perspective that works out about to go to the gym, anything out of her mouth doesn't count. It's only entertainment. I'm just going to be real. Ladies, if you're watching, understand this how men think.
First one to make the move. I don't know what happened, to be honest, but I feel like it's the generation.
Does it kind of upset you how it is these days?
Yes, it upsets me very much. It makes dating very hard.
You would wish that guys would approach more.
I mean, the right guy, obviously.
It's not that men want women to approach. They just don't want to deal with women anymore. If you're upset, look to your sisters. Equality's a bitch. That's not the only...
She can't look to her sister. Her sister let her walk out the house like that. You see what she was wearing?
Reason. We are just fed up and don't want the hassle. In fact, she stated that it has to be the right guy. Because something as simple as approaching a man is all he needs to know you have interest. Some women have no idea how to respectfully reject someone. Women are dogging men for being polite and a gentleman. Start being submissive and respectful, and the man will come to you again. Well, this woman just contradicted herself. She complains that men don't approach her, but then wishes the right guy would come along and make the move. It really makes you wonder, what exactly is the right guy? Is it the guy who's 6 feet tall, earns a 6-figure salary, and looks like a model? Because if that's the standard, it's no surprise that the majority of men aren't approaching. Those kinds of expectations eliminate a huge portion of potential me.
No, it's not that. It's the guy that walks up on her and like in that one video I had where he just starts cash apping her. Like, yeah, you know, I see you with your kids out here. I'm going to go ahead and cash app you some money for some clothes for them. And I'm going to cash app you some more money so you can get yourself some clothes. Also, so you can go to the spa. You know, I'm going to cash app you your rent. Stuff like that. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to be a real man. You're a real man when you do that. They don't care about that height and all that. Man, listen, by the time you get a hold to these women, they've been screwing around since they're teens. You have to wait till you're damn near in your 20s before you get some. You know, you got to build and work game and all these, man. By the time you get a hold to them, man, these women, they ain't feeling nothing, man. You know? That's why they got to wear everything to get something from it. They ain't feeling nothing in that bedroom. They don't really care. No matter how big or small you are, they don't care. I ain't feeling nothing. They're not feeling nothing. It is what it is, man. It's modern times. You know what I mean? They've had the best of times and the worst of times with 12-inch Chad and Tyrone. You know? Shit.
What's even more ironic is that a lot of these women might be turning down genuinely good guys simply because they don't fit some superficial criteria. The right guy might be the one who doesn't have the flashiest job or isn't six.
You guys smash that like button. And ladies, understand this. The toys you're using, unless it's like a rose and you're just putting it like on the tip and you're using your hands or whatever, you're collecting mileage with these toys. You might as well just go out there and get some real dick. Y'all be using these big ass toys, man, and if you be plugging both holes, right? Trust me, I got women sending me videos, okay? And no offense to them, I appreciate the videos, but y'all out here doing a lot. Y'all doing a whole lot more freaky stuff than you used to back in the day, man. 10 years ago, before I was married, y'all, man, you have to talk a woman into things, and then back in the day, you gotta, break her off normal stuff, you know what I mean, and then introduce some of the freaky stuff. Y'all just be sending me videos. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, that is mileage. It's mileage. If you're putting some big ass toy in you, baseball bat size, double dildo, that is added mileage. Okay? Your coochie's getting worn out the same. It don't know plastic from the real thing. You know what I'm saying? You're just wearing them out, wearing out the walls. You're selfish. You're selfish. You're hypersexual as well.
Too. But they overlook those kind of men.
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
Social media, 100%.
What about it?
We have so many role models that are not doing the right thing right now. So, for example, one of them would be Sexy Red, Cardi B. So we have role models that we look up to the wrong people, I would say. And we forget how feminine and how we were brought up to this world to be wives, to cook, to clean, and to be submissive to men. So I would blame the feminists as well, honestly, because we forget that men are here to work and to take care of us. So we're playing the man role, and I don't think that's the right thing to do right now. We forget
a man should be a man, and a woman should be a woman.
That's what men are for, to take care of us.
Okay, so we provide and protect.
Exactly.
Monetarily wise too?
Yes, of course.
What do women bring then?
We don't bring shit. We just give birth.
Damn right.
That's it.
Damn right. You look at it?
You don't bring shit.
Yeah, of course. That's how if you really analyze the situation, that's all we're good for, to give birth. I mean, you can cook for yourself, you can clean for yourself, you can do everything for yourself.
Every day.
Well, she makes sense.
And they gonna really be hating life when these robots come out. I'm telling you straight up, man. I'm telling you, man. Look, and they add to your piece. Obviously, she said making babies, so that's the piece part right there, the practice making those babies. But outside of that, man, I mean, come on, man. Yeah, you ever been married? You ever try to sit down and have a conversation with your wife for longer than a few minutes without your phones being around or the TV being on? Oh, man. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm never going back to that. The minute a woman starts acting fresh, like she's tired, get your ass up out of here. I got somebody else trying to come over. I don't give a damn. I'm savage now to what women consider to be savage, but I'm really just moving accordingly like I'm supposed to. I'm not dealing with their crap. I'm not going to deal with it. Never again. And it's not a trauma response. You people are running around talking about trauma responses. If that's the case, and everything that you do in your life is a trauma response, right? You bring your hand on the stove. You make sure that you don't do that ever again, and you watch out for it. Oh, trauma response? Come on, man. You people are idiots. You're idiots, man. Just running around, just regurgitating everything you heard.
Technically, a man can do everything for himself except for giving birth. And that's where a woman comes in. A lot of these feminist women hate to accept that reality because they're trying to prove something. It doesn't make a woman less because of that. It's just their biology, and they should just embrace it.
The reason why guys won't approach you is because they're afraid that you're going to ignore them or reject them. Guys, they are very shy, and if they're ugly, then they know that they're ugly. So they're going to be afraid to talk to a woman that looks like me, or like a woman that's just like pretty, So yeah, if a guy comes up to you, it doesn't matter how he looks, just have a conversation with him.
First of all, this chick looks really young. But secondly, man, like, nah, like, I'm an attractive guy and I'm not approaching women, so you can't run with the ugly guy thing, being intimidated. I'm not intimidated by you losers. You know what I'm saying? You know? Just after, like I said, and men say doing an assessment upon looking at you, you know, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. You know, you're seeming like a liability and not an asset. And it's just, you know, the perceived attitude that you're walking around thinking that it looks like confidence, but it doesn't seem like it's based off of anything other than the material stuff you have on and the fake up on your face and the wig. You know, just being real.
See if he's actually being genuine with you, if he's smiling, if he's being friendly, if he's all like, hey mamacita, you know, like, but like, if they're like really nice with you and you're able to get along with them, then boom, you just made yourself a potential partner!
In some cases, it doesn't matter how respectful or nice a man is when he approaches.
I ain't gonna cook her too bad because I don't know how young this chick is. I don't even know how she made it on this video, honestly. And I could just be wrong because she might just be short. I mean, I don't know. But she looked kind of young, and I was, you know, I ain't got nothing for her, man. You know, live her best life.
Woman. Some women will still
She has no idea but the life ahead of her.
Respond with rudeness or disrespect. It's like there's an automatic assumption that every man who approaches is beneath them.
See, I don't think this is a gender bias thing. I think in general, less and less people are interested in relationships because why do you need them? You have the chance to hook up with somebody with a swipe on an app. Fill that little void of missing affection and then go back to your life with no strings attached. I know guys will say that every girl's the same and no girl wants a nice guy. And girls will say that no guy wants a relationship, all they want to do is hook up. And I think the common thing here is that everyone's saying how they feel instead of living the life and actually feeling it. We go hunting on our phones for somebody to love, but we don't actually want to be loved. We'd rather just have a story to tell. So the issue isn't that men don't want relationships, but yet the majority is just not ready, and they rather just be stuck people watching.
That's because commitment.
Says the people watcher. Says the people watcher. He sat there and said that he's observing people, and he thinks. When a man starts talking about, I think and I feel, I ain't listening to you, bruh. That's what women say. I don't give a damn what you think and you feel. You know, when dudes like start talking about, I think, I'm like, oh shit, this ain't gonna be based in reality or facts or stats or nothing. It's gonna be his feelings and his mindset in the moment and his mood. Like a woman? I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Is a scary thing, and many of these guys who don't want to date anymore have dated, and since then they've been left broken and damaged as a result. They've experienced betrayal, disappointment, or emotional pain that has made them wary of opening up again. Damage that previous experiences.
A prize.
The only thing I need men for is reproduction and a doubling.
Damage that previous experiences have caused.
I feel like the men here don't even really initiate. Y'all be letting the women come to y'all because y'all know it's so many of us. That's also why you guys feel like you're the prize. Because there's so many of us, y'all just feel like y'all don't have to do anything. Like you're
now listen to the psycho, you know, analyzing that she's doing. All this reverse side. Oh, this is what you guys are doing, and this is why y'all don't come after us. And who told her that, man? Who told her that? Nobody. They do whatever. When you start bending reality like this to cope, there's no get your passport. There's no coming back. They want you to be submissive to them. None of what she said makes any sense with a woman that wants to get with the man. You know, trying to psychoanalyze what men are doing as to why they're not approaching you and the conclusion you come to is, oh, there's so many of us, and you guys have so many out. What are you worried about it for? Are you trying to get a man or not? Are you going to do what it takes to get one or not? No, you want to complain. You just want to complain, man. That's all you want to do.
Too cocky. Like,
let me ask you this. What makes a prize a prize? A prize?
They say this most stupid stuff. They just want to get that off their chest. They want to come up with a way to tell you to humble yourself, King. Like a mammy. Like a mammy.
The only thing I need men for is reproduction and a double income. That's it. Nothing else.
Facts.
So I saw the study that almost half of men aged 18 to 25 have never approached a woman in person. And let me tell you, that was literally the most disheartening statistic as someone who's in that age group and who just deleted all her dating apps because she wants to meet someone in real life. I really do not want to hear any more shit about a male loneliness epidemic when half of men my age aren't even attempting to talk.
Yeah.
Talk to a woman in real life. I completely understand the fear of rejection and everything. It's hard out here to just go up and talk to someone you don't even know. But I feel our dependence on online stuff, dating apps, Instagram, whatever, has kind of made it so that no one talks to anyone anymore in real life. Because why risk rejection in person when the most you could do is I don't know, slide into their Instagram DM.
Okay, first of all, no. Sigmas, we're not doing the online thing anymore. The HIV, using code language, the HIV, 12,000 people in South Carolina got the HIV. All that crap going on in Houston. You can't just be hooking up with people anymore, man. You got to vet them. You got to meet them in person. You got to vet them. And if you're a woman and you're healthy, you need to approach men. We're busy. Stop talking all this cope shit, It don't make any sense. When even though I did have women approaching me, when I was staying with my dad and I just had pretty much homeless, I can't be getting mad at women for not, wanting to date me even though they were. And I was broke. I shouldn't be coming up with all kind of cope about it or whatever. I just get myself together and not be in that kind of situation. Understand it's me and not them. How are you going to blame the guys that you want for not wanting to approach you or having better things to do? And then coming up with all this psychobabble as to what we should do instead of your stanking ass approaching the men that you find attractive. Trying to explain to us how fearful it is to approach. We know. You goofy you won't even approach a dude. We know you're terrified. But don't project that onto us. We ain't worried about you. There is no male loneliness epidemic. You hear content creators posting up that goofy, stupid ass shit, right? Which is just, pushing that propaganda. It's no such thing. We're chilling. We're going our own way. We're MGTOWing it. We're not worried about you. We're not worried about you, but you have the machine behind you. You know what I'm saying? Social media, radio. Every song is about a guy that missed his girl and just want her back, and we don't have that. We're just doing what we can do, and we're still able to, inflict some change. So please stop playing with our intelligence, talking about, I know it's crazy and it's hard to approach someone and it's intimidating, and with social media apps, it's made it so much easier for us, but we got to grab our balls and you got to go and approach a woman because that's the way society does it. No, it's not. You do not have the right to project these social norms that all we've seen them in action is in movie, TV, hearing on the radio, and social media. In real life, you see women approaching men all the time. You see men approaching women. You're not going to tell me what I'm supposed to do when, you're really just going off of what everybody else is saying. And I don't go off of that. We're not going off of that. Okay, so do better, approach the men you want, or just get leftover dudes for your leftover self. I don't know what else to tell you, but look, you guys, I don't want to hold y'all any longer. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate y'all. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, man, 12K. I just got here. It's goofy stuff's going on, You know, I'm like, 12K, you know, and I'm just like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some of those, you know what I'm saying? You get my drift. You know what I mean? Maybe we're seeing some fallout from all those, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get none of that shit. And your boy been celibate for 2 years. So there's no way to scare me about nothing. You can be telling me that everybody got AIDS, and I'll just be like, well, I ain't messing with nobody. You can't scare me with that crap. You can't scare me with nothing. You know what I mean? This is when you're outside the matrix, man. It's like, hey, you know, do whatever you're doing. Get people sick however you're doing it. This seems very strange. You know what I mean? But it's whatever. You know what I mean? It's whatever. I'm not involved. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Babblers, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, we don't care, man. They know better, dude. I'm gonna be careful with that RP word, man. They hate it. Hate it. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to get flagged. I got all four channels going, you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you see one of the other channels pop up. It's the same live stream, but you gotta understand, I have 4 separate soul tribes. It's not the same people. Some people cross over, but it's mostly it's different people, different algorithms. So, you know, dropping a live stream on all 4 doesn't hurt anything. Helps, actually. So make sure that y'all, are you good, bro? You're good. Yeah, anything RP, naming guys specifically, like, I can't even say, you know what I mean, some of these guys' names. They're just really like crazy about that. But don't worry about it, man. You know, working on getting the channel bigger. Once we get to a certain level, we can say whatever we want, and you know, we'll still get plenty of views because we built ourselves up enough. But we're working on it. We're working on it. Got to get this thing out the mud. You know, I'm just one of those people. I love starting over. I love building. I can't get enough. The more responsibility I can stack onto myself, the more I go for it. And if I don't have someone, I've always had people holding me back around me in a way. Like, if it wasn't for the ex-wife, a lot of times, man, like, I'd have been doing a lot more. Just people hold you back without you realizing it. And then once you get away from them, it's just like, man, it's got all this open space and opportunity here. So just taking advantage. Just like I'm about to go to this gym at 2 a.m. And get this workout in without a doubt. Without a doubt, going to make sure I get it in, and then you know, we'll go from there. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Go ahead and subscribe, join the tribe. If you're not, hit the like button. No matter what, it's free. You know, you want to, you know, reciprocate that energy. Drop a comment. You know, I appreciate it when y'all drop it during a live stream, but I get it. Some people might find me intimidating or think that I'm going to, you know, go off on you or crash out. I'm not. Okay. At least I don't think so. And, you know what I mean? Drop a comment on the replay. Either way it goes, share the live stream. Share the live stream. Share the live stream. Okay? Anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Hang on. I got to make sure that the thumbnail looks right. Let's get a hottie. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, damn it. Whoa. No, not that one. Not that one. That's not a hottie. Here we go. There we go. All right. I'm out. Appreciate you.
In this game,
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe now. Come on.
you gotta